Yeah, we back. So, um, my brother bought me that 50 cent book. Shout out, appreciate you, Carl. I love you, brother. That book's pretty dope, man. I've been enjoying it like fuck. But there's one thing in the beginning, I think it's like the second or third chapter, that really stood out to me and is extremely profound. He was talking about fear and people who live in fear and how you get over fear and how fear starts and when's the first set of fears settled in for humans. And psychologists has found out that children between the ages of 3 and 8 go through the biggest fear of their life at that point, um, which is losing their parents. Not many kids lose both parents or don't have both parents. It's pretty common to at least have one parent around, but it's not as common to have both parents around. I understand how that works for everybody's situation. At least when I was growing up in the 90s, now it's a little different. But at 2 years old, I lost my mom. She went to prison for murder, and my father was never around. So, as a kid, our fears come in quickly. When your parents went to the store, you're wondering, is mom or dad gonna ever come back? Or when they go to work, are they gonna come back? And you're wondering, and you're hoping and praying that they show back up because these are the people that you are depending upon to take care of you. And as a child, you're lost. You don't know nothing. You don't understand how anything in the world works, for that matter, especially not the important things. And you're really, really banking on these people who brung you into this world to take care of all that stuff. And as a youngster, when I lost those people, it it was the beginning. That was the beginning to me not being afraid of anything. 50 Cent goes on to talk about how, in that same chapter, he was talking about how jumping from Curtis Jackson to becoming 50 Cent, he had different fears, but his fears were so much more different than any other human beings because all the things he had feared up to that point in life had already happened to him. He already lost his mom. He'd already been shot. He'd already been in jail. He'd been done bad by the police. So in his mind, there was nothing really out there for him to fear because the things that he feared the most had already happened to him at such a young age, all the way into his early 20s. That's when we started knowing Curtis Jackson as 50 Cent, the rapper, not the the street dude. You know what I mean? And it's funny because I relate so much to that because me breaking my arms, uh, me, getting shot, shit, man, facing 55 to life, uh, being incarcerated with these suckers, man, it really, really, really did something to me after after so many things, I used to constantly get beat by my brother, man, all the time. I do it just for no reason. And there was never no one there to stop my older brother from beating on me because we didn't have parents. We didn't have no one that cared about us. We were only in people's house as long as the welfare check showed up and as long as that food stamps came in. The booklet, not the little card, EBT card you niggas got nowadays. I'm talking about the booklet. And you old school niggas know what I'm talking about, nigga. The $1 bill was brown. The $10 bill was blue. The $20 bill was green. You niggas know what the fuck I'm talking about. The booklet, nigga. The money with yeah, you remember that shit. So it's it's crazy that I used to fear where I'm gonna sleep at because I was homeless for a lot of my young adulthood in a little bit of my childhood. Is niggas was homeless, didn't have nowhere to eat, didn't have nowhere to sleep, didn't have nothing to eat, didn't you know what I mean? I was sleeping out of my car, man. The nigga who bought me the book I'm talking about right now, he seen me sleeping in my car and he seen that I had nothing and he didn't have nothing either. But he said, at least I got a place for you to sleep, bro. You ain't got to sleep in your car. In the trunk of my car, I had my clothes, my toothbrush. Like it was like my house, my living room. So everything was in the car. I only had one pair of shoes I could have that was nice, and another pair of shoes I only wore everywhere, all day, all the time, type shit. And my brother was there for me, and my brother Carl was there for me, and he made sure that I was straight out the kindness and love of his heart. And all all those little shits that we feared growing up, all the shit I feared growing up, had already happened to me. So by the time I became an adult, by the time I became a man, and I had a couple of dollars to spend, and I went crazy and bought a mountain bike, a lot of that shit, when people be out there scared and looking at the trail and looking at the rocks and looking at the jumps and the drops, I'm petrified. The nigga who introduced me to mountain biking didn't even take a single drop, and he was mountain biking for like 5 years. He ain't do no massive jumps at all. He did these little baby ass jumps, not the jump that the takeoff is like 6 feet in the air. So by the time you jump off that bitch, you're gonna be like damn near 10 feet in the air, and if you send it, you're gonna be like 15 feet in the air. Not them jumps. He didn't do none of that shit because his lifestyle and upbringing and fear was totally different than my lifestyle and upbringing when it came to fear. And that's why I send this bitch, man. That's exactly why I send this bitch. Because what you guys, don't see is the ugly part. You know what I mean? Like I always said, niggas don't post the struggle. Or niggas will post the struggle after they've reached success. So then you can then go back and see the struggle. But ain't nobody posting the struggle during the struggle. And if they do, they gonna sugarcoat it and make it look pretty with a little glitter on there, so you're not gonna really know it's the struggle. You know what I'm talking about? It's kind of sick, lightweight. I ain't gonna hold you, but it's really it was really profound when I read those words, and it hit home. It really really hit home for me because the things that I was afraid of already happened to me. When I got shot, bro, I was bleeding for like 7 days, like a female on her period. And I had a through wound. So that means the bullet didn't stay inside. It went straight through. So I had to patch up one side and clean out the other side. Whole patch sitting right here on my fucking leg. You know what I'm talking about? Every day I'm opening up the patch, looking at it like, damn, I really got shot. It's crazy. With a 40 cal, not a little bullet. Could have been the end of me. The lady told me straight up, she said, if that bullet was just an inch more in, it would have hit that artery, boy, and you wouldn't even have made it to the hospital. You would have died there on the scene, she told me. You know what I mean? Like when I was in high school and that bullshit happened, that shooting happened, bruh. And then police wrapped me up, bro. I was in jail, bro, fighting that case for 6 months. And I started thinking, man, I'm probably never gonna get out of here. I remember the last offer that these faggots gave me. They talking about 55 to life. I looked at these people like, you motherfucking clowns. I'm not taking no offer. I'm not taking no 2 attempted murders and brandishing a firearm and all this shit at the school. I'm not taking none of that shit. It's cameras on who was shooting. Why the fuck am I the only nigga here? Even the nigga who got shot came to court and was like, nah, this nigga didn't have no gun. But guess what? They still hauled my black ass right back off to the jailhouse. And the nigga who got shot said I didn't shoot him. It is what it is, man. When them U.S. Marshals came to get me, when they thought I killed that white dude, these niggas really wanted to shoot me so bad. Big guns in my face. And one of the marshals with the helmet on was like, why are you so calm right now? And then the other guy said, oh, don't even worry about it because he's a killer. And I looked up at him and I was like, no, because I got a lot of bail money. More money than both of you fucking pussies put together. And when I said that, the one cop laughed like, huh, you won't be able to spend that no more. What do you say? You gonna be able to spend that in prison or some dumb shit like clown ass nigga. But my level of fear is not the other man's level of fear. The things I'm afraid of are things that I'm in control of now. And You know that what I don't know, I don't trust. You know that E40. But no, it's you know it's the unknown that's scary. But I'm not afraid of death, so that don't frighten me. I've been through the ringer, man, and like Antoine Fisher said, when you ask me where I come from, I'm gonna tell you I came from under a rock. It's not pretty under a rock, but I think that's what made me the man I am today. That's what gave me the abilities that I have now. That's what makes me push forward daily to become a better human being. And I'm extremely thankful that I didn't have parents around. That my older brother did beat me all the time and try to kill me multiple times. It made me a better man. It made me a stronger man. It made me see little shit and really look at it like it's little shit. The shit that y'all call big shit, big problems. The shit you would sweat your whole that had a whole motherfucking McDonald's meal out on. You know what I'm talking about? That shit don't make me stress or sweat an inch. I look at it for what it is. I take it on the motherfucking chin and I stick my chest out and I keep pushing. I said all that to say this. We have our fears a lot of times blocking us from the next chapter or the next best thing. We got our fears sometimes, holding us down. And the feeling of facing your fears head on and accomplishing whatever that goal is you set to accomplish when facing your fears, when you reach that other end of the stick, oh man, words can't even put it into, you know what I mean? Like I can't even really describe it. You know what I'm talking about? It's some shit you gotta experience. And life is about experiences. And if you ain't out there trying to, you feel me, experience the good with the bad and the ugly, I'm talking about, it ain't never gonna look pretty the way you want it to. I love y'all, man.